Learners, we are back again on power rule calculus. So we are going to do 4 questions on this video. So first question number 8 says find dy over dx, meaning our equation must be in the form y is equal to, and we are differentiating in terms of x. So they are saying if you are given that y over 2x is equal to 1 minus x squared. So the first thing you must check is that is your equation in the form y is equal to? No. So now let's make our equation to be in the form y is equal to. So we cross multiply, this is over 1, we are going to have y is equal to 2x multiplied by 1 minus x squared. But we know we must check, is our equation in simplified form? No. Let's simplify it further so that we can be able to differentiate. So this is 2x into 1 minus x squared. That means, let me remove this. 2x multiplied by 1 is going to give us 2x. 2x multiplied by negative x squared is negative 2x cubed. So now we can see that our equation is simplified and is in the form y is equal to. Now, since when we are differentiating, we are going to say dy over dx is equal to what? Remember, using the power rule, you can write 3 types of differentiating using the power rule. Remember, if you have f of x being a constant, that means your f prime x will be what? Will be 0. If you have f of x being kxn, your f prime x will be what? K multiplied by n x to the power n minus 1. If you have f of x being kx, that means your f prime x will be what? K. Whereby in all these equations, your k is a constant, is a number, any number. So in this case, we are back again here. So we have 2x. When we differentiate 2x, we are going to use which rule? The last one. Since it contains x to the exponent 1, that means we are going to be left with k, which is 2. Then in this case, we are going to use the second one. Since we have our n being 3, our k being 2. That means in this case, we are going to say f prime x is k multiplied by n, which is negative 2 multiplied by what? By 3. X to the power, we say n minus 1, which is 3 minus 1. Then dy over dx will be what? Will be 2 minus 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. X to the power 3 minus 1, which is 2. Then we are done. We go to the next question. So the next question says find dy dx if x plus y is equal to x squared minus 1. Is our equation in the form y is equal to? Because they are saying find dy. Dy means y is equal to. This is our equation. It must mean the form y is equal to. And the x at the bottom means that we differentiate in terms of x. So in this case, we must make our equation to be in the form y is equal to first. Since we have xy plus y is equal to x squared minus 1, then we are going to take out the common factor. This side of y is x plus 1 is equal to x squared minus 1. Then this thing, you can say y is equal to x squared minus 1 divided by x plus 1. Remember, we are going to divide by x plus 1 both sides. Then x plus 1 in the left hand side will cancel x plus 1 in the bottom of the left hand side. So in this case, we check, is our equation the form y is equal to? Yes. Is it in simplified form? Before we can differentiate, we must check if is it in simplified form. No, because x squared minus 1, we can factorize so that it can cancel with the denominator. So it's x minus 1, x plus 1. This is x squared minus 1. This is how we factorize it. Then we have x plus 1. Then x plus 1 cancels x plus 1. We are left with x minus 1. That means our equation is y is equal to x minus 1. So now we can differentiate. When differentiating, we are going to write dy over dx. Since we have x, remember x is 1x. From the last rule, second rule of power rule, remember the first rule is that one we have kxn minus 1. The second one we have, let me go and label them back there. Okay, let's say this is our first rule, second rule, third rule in this video. So we can see that x, when differentiating x, we are going to use which one? The third one, the one I labeled 3. That means in that case, since if we have x, this means that our n is 1, even our k is 1. Then using the regular rule of power rule, it's going to be what? 1 multiplied by 1, x to the power 1 minus 1, which is x to the power 0. X to the power 0 is 1. That means we are going to have 1. But then we know that the derivative of a constant, which is 1, is what? Is 0. That means it's minus 0 here, which is the same as 0. So there's no need for you to write minus 0. Then you are done. That means that derivative dy dx of that equation is what? Is 1. Then we go to the next question. So the next question says, if 4t squared minus 2tr plus r minus 1 is equal to 0, show that the r dt is equal to 2. Remember, you can't get this question wrong because they already gave you the answer. You must make sure. So what you first check is that what is in your numerator. Your numerator is dr. That means your equation must be in the form r is equal to. Is our equation in the form r is equal to? No. Let's fix that first. So we can see from our equation, we can factorize. We can factorize this thing. Let's do this. In simple ways, we can say we have 4t squared minus 2tr plus r minus 1 being equal to 0. So we can transpose. We can say we have r minus 2tr is equal to 1 minus 4t squared. That means we left on our left hand side, we left minus 2tr and r. Then we transposed everything that does not have contain the variable r to the right hand side, so that we can take out a common factor of r. We have 1 minus 2t is equals to 1 minus 4t squared. Then we divide by 1 minus 2t, 1 minus 2t. Then we are going to have this side, we are going to have, let me scroll down so we won't have enough space. Let me write it here. We are going to have 1 minus 4t squared over 1 minus 2t. Then this cancels this. So in this case, what is happening here? Is this thing simplified? No, because we can see that we can factorize the numerator. So when factorizing the numerator, we are going to say we have 1 minus 2t, 1 plus 2t, over 1 minus 2t. So 1 minus 2t cancels 1 minus 2t. That means our equation is r is equal to 1 plus 2t. Is our equation in the form r is equal to? Yes. Now we can move on to differentiating. When we differentiating, remember they said what? Find dr over dt. So our dr over dt will be what? The derivative of a constant 1 is what? Is 0. Plus, in this case, the derivative of 2t, our k will be 2. Our n will be 1. That means our derivative is what? Is 2 multiplied by 1, which is 2. T to the power 1 minus 1, which is t to the power 0, which is 1. So that means 2 multiplied by 1 is what? Is 2. That means our dr dt is 0 plus 2, which is what? Which is 2. We have showed that our dr dt is 2. So let's move on to the last question. Now we are getting deeper into derivatives. They are saying if f of x is equal to 16 over x. Remember, I said you can't have your x in your denominator if you are differentiating in terms of x. But then let's read the question further. They are saying determine f prime 4x minus 4 f prime x. That means before we can determine that, we must start by finding what? F prime x. So what will be our f prime x? when finding our f prime x, we start where? We are going to start by taking removing our x in the denominator, taking it to the numerator. So our f of x will be what? Will be is 16 over x, which is what? The same as 16 over x to the power negative 1. So now we can find f prime x. Our f prime x will be what? In this case, our k is 16, our n is negative 1. So our f prime x, remember we said f of x is equals to kxn. F prime x will be what? K multiplied by n x to the power n minus 1. That means since our k in this case is 16, our n is minus 1. That means our f prime x will be 16 multiplied by minus 1 multiplied by x minus 1. We subtract 1. Then our f prime x is the same as what? Minus 16 x to the power minus 1, which is minus 2. So now we can determine what is required. F prime 4x, remember it was x, it was f of x. So now they're saying f prime 4x. That means where we see x, we are going to write what? 4x. Let's find f prime 4x. Where we see x, we write what? 4x in f prime. That means it's minus 16 into 4x to the power negative 2. We start by solving the exponent. It's minus 16 open bracket, sorry, minus 16 open bracket 4 to the power negative 2. What is 4 to the power negative 2? 4 to the power negative 2 is 1 over 16. 1 over 16 x to the power negative 2. Okay, so now we can solve. It's going to be minus 16 multiplied by 1 over 16, which is what? Which is minus 1 x to the power negative 2. So this is our f prime x. We can see that this is our f prime 4x. Sorry. So now we are looking for, now we want 4 f prime x. 4 f prime x simply means that this is what? This is the same as 4 multiplied, what is our f prime x? Minus 16x to the power negative 2, which is 16 multiplied by 4. Minus 16 multiplied by 4 is what? Is minus 64 x to the power negative 2. So now we can find what is required. They are saying determine f prime 4x minus 4 f prime x. We have calculated them, which is minus x to the power negative 2x exponent minus 64 x to the power negative 2. But you can see that these are like terms because they contain the variable x to the power negative 2. So that means this is the same as what? Minus 65 x to the power negative 2. Then you are done. We are done for the day. If you have a question, post it in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe.